Hello dear colleagues! Implant placement, implant planning starts from the crown, not with the bone. If you do it in another way, you are probably wrong. In this video I will show you the exact technique of how to do it properly. My name is Nikita and I have made 1,000 clinical cases using surgical guides, and please take a look at the comments below the video, take a look at the description of the video, because you may find something interesting there for you. Let's go! So we proceed our work in RealGUIDE, and now I will just show you how to make the simplest workshop without any kinds of complications. In order to do that, we just have to press create workshop and to choose actually the needed tooth to be done. This is the tooth number 3.7. But also please keep in mind that you can actually upload here the upper jaw scan, lower jaw scan, face scan, and even jaw movements, so which can be actually useful for creating the digital smile design here in the RealGUIDE. You can also set here the smile setup, but in this case we'll just focus on creating the simplest workshop you have ever seen. This will be only one crown just to place the implant in the 3.7 tooth area. And also please keep in mind that there are some different libraries of teeth, and I want just you can also choose whatever you want, but please keep in mind that there are some libraries which are called prefabricated. And since they are called prefabricated, this is the libraries which cannot be adjustable. So many people ask me that they cannot actually adjust teeth somehow here in this step, and this happens only just because you have probably chosen the prefabricated library. So please pay attention to this small detail. So I just choose any type of library I want. I press OK. And now here is the program has set the marker, tooth marker 3.7. And now let's press next step. And here is our crown, but as you can see, it actually doesn't fit its neighbors, so we'll have to adjust it. Now let me just quickly show you how it's being done. Firstly, you may not see the difference probably here in this step between manual selection option or select all. That happens because actually select all button works properly when you have the chain of teeth. For example, if I would just place here 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, the select all button would just move or control the whole bridge. But since we have our workshop as one tooth, one crown, I just press manual selection here, and firstly I can control it with my mouse by clicking on this tooth. And also there is the most commonly spread widget, the moving widget in this program, I mean in the RealGUIDE program, and let's turn it on. So let's press the button activate widget, and just let me introduce you this widget, how it works, because as I have already said, you will meet this widget at different steps of the program with different details. So you will adjust connectors with this widget, you will adjust some geometric primitives on further steps when you will make stackable guides and so on. So let's see how it works. It has some different orbits like Saturn planet. Yeah, the purple one is always horizontal to your view. That's the second thing, so you can just slightly increase or incline this crown. And also you have 3 orbits here, so it's quite logical how they work. It's nothing nothing actually difficult to understand how it's being done. There are some cones. The first cone is actually moving this 3D object, I mean the tooth, in certain directions, and also, which is useful, you can see the amount of millimeters you are moving this 3D object, which can be useful. These cones actually change the orientation of the widget itself. By the way, if your widget is not properly orientated, or it's lost in a 3D scene, you can just quickly press this button, reorientate the widget, and set up in the right direction. For example, you have this like initial situation, you can just find the center of your 3D object, and as you can see, we are only changing the orientation of the widget itself. So now what we're gonna do is just to reduce and to squeeze this crown to let it fit between these two teeth. And you can see these bubbles here, and they actually scaling this 3D model in all the directions. But if you want to squeeze or change the scaling of this 3D object only in one direction, you have to press Ctrl and press by clicking your left mouse to the certain bubble. And now by pressing and holding the Ctrl button on your keyboard and pressing the left mouse button, you may squeeze it in needed directions in such a way that your crown will be perfectly fit for with other teeth. So I'm not actually a prosthodontist or dental technician, and so therefore I just put this crown preliminary. I'm not just using any antagonist, since we don't have antagonist data in this type of at this current project, I mean. But we just keep in mind that this CBCT scan was made in occlusion state, so the patient has beaten the upper and lower jaw. And also we can see the orientation to the antagonist, but anyway, it's preliminary. And the second thing I would like to tell you is that actually here you may see the the line of the fissures here of ongoing crowns, and just to try to visualize this line, virtual line, and place your crown in the center of this projection, of the center of this line actually. And once again, we do it only just for orientating the future implant axis, because it's not really obvious how the axis will be and where will be the hole of the implant without the crown. So we have adjusted the crown. Let's press next step, and now we're going to actually we're going to place the implant, choose the implant system, and set up the sleeve. Now let's proceed with our work. And just a quick reminder of how RealGUIDE works, of how actually you can control your 3D data on your 3D scene. Firstly, by clicking left mouse, you can rotate your 3D data, despite of CBCT scans, or I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's CBCT scans or some 3D objects or intraoral scan, it doesn't matter. So it rotate the whole 3D objects on your 3D scene. Secondly, by pressing this roll, not just by moving up and down, but by pressing it, we can actually set up all 3D objects in certain direction. And by pressing this right button of the mouse, you can actually move your 3D data closer or not. So just 3 combinations of these 3 buttons helps me to do it. I hope, I think I had to say this type of controlling. And also here is the quick menu where can we just show and hide some 3D files here. It's quite convenient to use because obviously if we do not hide CBCT scans here, it just spoil the visualization of the whole structures and so on. That's why I just press here X, and also I can hide some different objects like wax up, anatomy scans, sleeves when they will be settled. But please keep in mind that by pressing this button, we just hide these projects. I mean, hide this data. We're not removing them from the project. We're not removing them from the RealGUIDE. We're just hiding them from the 3D scene. That's quite convenient. And also you can change layouts. So if you're quite okay with my layouts, so you can leave them like so, but many people just change their layouts like this, and it's quite so it's up to you actually how it's more convenient for you. You can leave it. So now we have to implant a 3.7 we have to plan 3.7 implant. So let's click it on the tooth, and here is plus. So let's choose the needed implants. And now just a quick reminder that here are located manufacturers, here are located models, here are located sizes, and this is the line of choosing the implant. Why do I pay attention on it? Because the name of the implant can be different from the name of manufacturer. Just a quick example. For example, yeah, Dentsply Sirona. Dentsply Sirona, you probably know the implants which is called AstraTech. So in order to find the AstraTech implant here in the RealGUIDE, you firstly have to choose the Dentsply Sirona manufacturer. The same logic is with the abutments and the same logic with sleeves, but we will talk about sleeves a bit later. So now let's press, for example, yeah, Noble Biocare, it's okay. Noble Parallel CC, and now let's choose, for example, 3.4 up to 8.5 millimeters. I think it's okay with it. And now let's choose some abutment here. It's actually not so we will talk about multi-units abutment and other abutments, how they will be chosen in future steps, I mean in future videos. But now let's just keep in mind that there have to be quite distance between the neck of the implant and between the future crown. So okay, let's pretend we're choosing it, and now you have to change the sleeve here. And usually software, RealGUIDE software suggests you to choose the same manufacturer of the implant. I mean, choose the same sleeve with the same of manufacturer of the implant. But Please remember, and I underline it, that sleeve depends on your guided surgery kit. It doesn't matter which implant you are using, I mean the name of the implant, it's always related to, I mean the sleeve is always related to the guided surgery kit you are using. For example, in this case we will use RealGUIDE kit, so therefore we have to choose, we press firstly, yeah, show all, in order to show all of the manufacturers of the guided kits, guided surgery kits. And here is the manufacturer of RealGUIDE, which is called 3DM. We press 3DM, RealGUIDE, and now we got the needed sleeve. We press apply, and let's discuss it. So now let's just discuss not about actually the guided surgery, but about the implant surgery as well. Just a quick reminding of how implants have to be placed in the bone. Yeah, you could probably see that I just, while talking, I adjusting the planes in order to visualize it. And I just remind you that there is the cortical bone and spongy bone. In this series of video, you will find actually theoretical information about the types of the bone, so please find this video if you're interested in it and watch it. It's really useful, especially for dental technicians, because I talk about the anatomy and physiological aspects about the bone. But here you can see the cortical bone and spongy bone. As far as you know, cortical bone and cortical layer of the bone, let's say so, does not have blood vessels. Therefore, the let's say vascularization of the bone is quite not so rich as the spongy bone. What I mean, what's about the implant placement? The implant has to be a bit deepened inside the bone for about 2 millimeters of this border. Why so? Because if the implant is with a contact with the cortical bone, and there will be no blood vessels and there will be no vascularization, and when you place the implant, for the first glance it will be okay, but the time goes, you will load this implant with the crown, and patient will get a bone loss near the neck of the implant. So therefore, please keep in mind that these implants have to be a bit deepened in the bone. Firstly, and secondly, it's more useful from prosthetic point of view as well, because you placing this implant a bit deeper the bone, the cortical bone, you will get the space and you will get the volume of soft tissues needed for the future prosthetics, and this the bunch of soft tissues will, let's say, protect the implant from bone resorption. That's the one thing. And second thing about the access. Since you understand there is the access of the implant, you may just keep in mind, you have to keep in mind that there will be actually a hole which will just connect the crown with the abutment and with the implant by screwing it with actually screw. Yeah, so therefore, since we will have a hole here, just try to choose the projection of the hole in such a way that this hole must be like in the center of the crown. This is the ideal way of how to do it. Please never do it in such a way that this axis will go like outside of this fissure, or on vestibular part of the crown or even lingual part of the crown. This is not actually acceptable. Just try to make a projection of the hole in the center of a crown, as I have said. So just several rules. Firstly, the axis of the implant in the center of the crown. The bone is tend to be the spongy bone without any contact with the cortical bone from vestibular side. Of course, there are some exceptions, but we are just using and we are trying to make an ideal case the simplest case we have in this course. Therefore, we are just talking about the basics of the implant surgery. I also, again, I remind you that we have theoretical lectures placed on our channel. Please, if you have a lack of knowledge, you do not know what's going on here in the field of anatomy and physiological of bone and implantation, please watch this video. And I congratulate you with completing this lesson, because this lesson is over. Please subscribe to this channel, put your like, and in the comments below the video you will see a lot of interesting links for you. Take a look there. Nikita was with you. Bye bye, take care, and see you in the next lesson.